it's time for the daily update. This is actually take two for me. I had my microphone on mute and I just made a 10-minute video, so I'm starting over. At least I know what to say now. So, first off, I want to start on the daily time frame here because we've put in a very strong pattern so far this year. Ever since we've bottomed, due to the coronavirus, we've come out of this very strong. We consolidated here. One of my primary counts, I would say, on this is going to be probably an ABC, where we're going to finish up here for a C. This looks too much like a three wave up and then like a triangle for a B, and then we've coming out of this. We're coming out of this with five waves right here to finish this C, somewhere up here. I could be completely wrong, but this is kind of what I'm looking for. I just wanted to throw that out there because that's kind of what I'm looking at on the higher time frame. But one thing that we can look forward to here is the fact that we're in this parallel channel that I've been talking about the past couple of days, and we have this ABC playing out that looks to me like a four wave. If we can get above that weekly resistance at 11,540, which we'll look at here in a minute on the lower time frames, I think that we could have a parabolic move up to 14,000. Because when you look back, when we have these strong moves on Bitcoin and really any asset in crypto, I notice running flats are very common. A running flat most always has a parallel channel like this, where you end up with a higher wave, and then you have a quick wave down that doesn't make a lower low than the previous low, and then you have a parabolic move out. Same thing here, higher wave up, wave down that doesn't make a lower low than the previous low, and parabolic move up. And so that's essentially what we're doing right now. I just want to see us to get above that weekly resistance at 11,540. And so when it does move, it usually moves very quickly like this, and so you have to be ready. And so that's kind of what I'm gearing up for if we're going to come out of this bullishly. So let's go down to a lower time frame so we can see this a little bit better. So far we've come down, and I just went ahead and put a parallel channel on here instead of just drawing arbitrary trend lines, just so you can see that it actually was a parallel channel that we've respected. We came down almost for confluence here, because you remember we were looking at that fib pool right there. So from A to B on this ABC correction, we were looking to get in at the 618 to 707. We wicked off the 707 to the tick almost twice. Now we've come up out of this, and we're looking at challenging the weekly resistance that we've been looking at here for the past couple of days at 11,540 or 11,550. We hit it once. Let's go down to a little bit smaller time frame. We've hit it once here to the tick. We came through it on a scam wick. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but we came through it, rejected really hard, came back up, hit it to the tick, wick through maybe a little bit. And then we had somewhat of a failure of a breakout right here on it, which is leading me to believe, at least for this daily outlook, we're looking at probably some kind of pullback of this swing. So I'm pulling a fib from the low, from where we started this move and we had this slow grind up. I'm pulling it from the low there up to the high that we just made, and I'm looking for potential short opportunity here down to this 0.5. And so really my buy range would be anywhere in here. Like if we're going to come down out of here, if we're going to come down into here like that, I would want to be buying on any kind of pullback. It might just be a wick to the 0.5, but I'm going to be looking at any kind of entry down here, because even if this never goes to break the weekly resistance, when you have a move like this and it retraces fairly quickly down to the 0.5, you can at least expect some kind of reaction. Even if it's not going to continue higher, it might roll over. You're going to get some kind of reaction, and so that's what I would be trading for right there. It's high probability. And so the trade for me right now is really, I'm interested in shorting this down, because since we've had this failure to break out above this weekly resistance, I'm looking at a move back down to that 0.5 to 618 down below here, so down here. And so what we're looking at here is a move up. So this move down, we're looking for a retrace up between the 0.5 and let me take that off, between the 0.5 and the 618 right here. And you can see how that kind of lines up a little bit with previous diagonal support here, and so it would be a good entry for me if I was to get in right here somewhere and try to play this short down, because the algorithms that get in and short this 0.5 to 618, they're going to be targeting this negative 236. So at minimum, I would be targeting here at the pivot low. The second target would be here, and then obviously if I wanted to, I could hold it down to where I want to get my buy entries here for the bounce. So this is what I'm looking for today. If I see anything unfold that's a little bit different, I'll post it in the Discord, but this is currently the setup I'm looking for today. So I will see you guys tomorrow.